Welcome back friends. Today in this video tutorial of Anita Bio Concept, and in this video tutorial I will be discussing about herd immunity. So what is herd immunity? Herd immunity is the resistance or immunity to the contagious disease that can spread from one person to another person and is caused by viruses or bacteria or some other pathogens within a population that results when the if the high percentage or high proportion of the people are immune to that disease either by vaccination or naturally. So our topic today is herd immunity. It is also known as community immunity. It is also known as community immunity. If enough people in a community are immunized against a particular disease, then it becomes more and more difficult for that disease to pass to the non-immunized one. Okay. If more and more people will become immunized against particular disease, it becomes more and more difficult for that disease to pass or spread to those persons which are or who are not immunized, who are not immunized. Okay, so we can say that this type of immunity, this is a type of that immunity that occurs when the vaccination of a portion of population or herd or community provides protection to the unprotected one, provides protection to the unprotected one. Okay, this type of immunity that occurs when the vaccination of a portion of population provides protection to the unprotected one. Okay, now we know that we are having two type of immunity, innate immunity and adaptive immunity. Okay, so one thing more, this herd immunity can be achieved by vaccination or by natural exposure to that antigen causing that contagious disease or a particular disease. Okay, so now we are having two type of immune system, innate immunity and adaptive immunity. So what are the functions of these two type of immunity? Innate immunity does provide first line of defense, and it is present in our body at all the time. But adaptive immunity is acquired during our lifetime. And what happens in adaptive immunity? Whenever an antigen infect our body, then it is going to induce the immune system, and it induces the formation of antibodies, and that antibodies or those antibodies are responsible to eliminate that particular pathogen and provide immunity or resistance against that antigen, because the antibodies formed in adaptive immunity are very specific to that antigen. Okay, and in case of adaptive immunity, two types of cells are formed, effector cells and memory cells. So effector cells does act on the same time they produced, and memory cells are safe, memory cells are stored for the future purpose. So in both the conditions, this adaptive immunity is going to provide the immunity against that particular antigen. So now we have seen that either by vaccination or by natural exposure we can achieve the herd immunity. Now if more, in case of this adaptive immunity, if more and more people in the environment or in the population will encounter the pathogens or antigens in the environment which leads to this contagious disease, then what will be there? Then they will develop the immunity. Okay, they will develop the natural immunity. Actually, they will develop the natural immunity, and this is known as herd or community immunity. because more and more people are getting immunized naturally. Okay, now because a large population achieves immunity or immune response or immune power, so we are saying it herd or community immunity. Okay, now there are two, what we have seen here, there are two ideas to get the herd immunity or to achieve the herd immunity. So in first case it is safe by vaccination. If the herd immunity is achieved, then it is safe. And in second condition, by natural exposure to the antigen, it is more dangerous. It is more dangerous because in second case, more and more people can become ill, more and more people can die from the infection or by that contagious disease caused either by viruses, by bacteria or some other pathogens. So vaccination is the safe idea, but by the natural exposure to that antigen is the dangerous idea to get the herd immunity. Okay, now we will see journey to achieve the herd immunity. Okay, what are the steps to achieve herd immunity? So here, suppose actually there are three steps. There are three steps we have divided. Okay, to cover the whole journey of the herd immunity, means to get the herd immunity there are three steps. So I will explain step by step. So what happens? Okay, so what happens first of all in the first step? For example, suppose I am giving a very simple example. Suppose any novel pathogen, it may be bacteria, it may be virus or some other pathogen. Suppose any novel pathogen or antigen, like bacteria, viruses or some pathogens are introduced to a herd or community. Okay, now what happens in this condition? No one is prepared already. So if no one is prepared already, then obviously no one is immune. Okay, no one is having immunity, no one is immune, right? Is it clear to you that no one is immune? Why no one is immune? No one is having immunity because no one was already prepared for that novel antigen or novel pathogen. Okay, suppose then if no one is having immunity, then obviously it will start to spread. So it starts to spread. Okay, so suppose here I am giving you the example of 100 people. Suppose 100 people. So out of 100, only 2 or 3 persons are having immunity. They are having immunity. Okay, 97 to 98 persons are non-immune. So this virus or this pathogen will start to spread. Now what happens after this stage? Now those who recovered, suppose some of the people, suppose for example 30 to 40% or 30 to 40 people out of 100 will be recovered. Okay, either naturally by infection with that antigen or virus or bacteria, the body will produce antibody and it will be recovered. The disease will be recovered. Body will be recovered either by naturally or those who receive vaccines. Those who receive vaccines also develops immunity. What I have told, that either naturally or by vaccination the immunity can be achieved. So by both ways they can become immune or they develop immunity. Okay, now what happens after this stage? Now the spread or the infection will come to hold, means the herd immunity comes to hold. Why? Because pathogens will not find, they can't find, or they will not find new host to infect or spread, and hence the infection or the spreading will stop. Okay, so the herd immunity takes hold, and this happens when a sufficient portion, approximately 70 to 80% of the total population, will become immune. So if it is achieved, if this herd immunity is achieved by vaccination, it is safe, and if it is achieved by natural exposure or natural exposure to that antigen, or after getting infected with that antigen and production of antibodies in the body, then it will be more dangerous. So this is all about the herd immunity. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share it with your friends. Till then, thank you.